Hi everyone, my name is Lanisha, and today I'm going to be talking about how junk food and sugary beverages negatively impact our heart health and also our body weight. Now, I will be the first to say that I love ice cold Dr. Pepper. And not only that, I love a nice bag of chips as well. But the problem with that is that it doesn't hold any nutritional value that I need for my body. So a lot of times after I eat those things, I may feel tired, I may feel unproductive, I'm unfocused, and sometimes it alters your mood. You just don't feel like it sometimes. Um, but that comes along with consuming things of that nature that's not really healthy for us. Now, according to the CDC in their article titled Get the Facts on Sugary Sweetened Beverages and Consumption, it states that sugary beverages are associated with weight gain, obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, non alcoholic liver disease, and also tooth decay. And that's just to name a few. The list went on and on and on. Now, with your junk food, a lot of those same things, medical conditions, still come about. The difference is with the junk food, it raises your blood sugar. So, therefore, raising your blood sugar increases type 2 diabetes, the risk for it, but also increases your calorie intake. So, of course, we know the more calories you consume, the more weight you gain, and the many more medical problems that you have. So the article published by FortisHealthcare.com, and that one is titled "Harmful Effects of Junk Food: Potential Health Risks and Dangers," states that junk food, of course, like I just said, elevates your blood sugar, but that in turn leads to type 2 diabetes, as we said. That also leads to acne. That can cause cancer as well. Um, Fatty liver, kidney damage, heart disease, you stroke, all of those things come about once we consume the junk food. And a lot of times, the junk food and the sugary beverages, most of the time, the medical conditions go kind of hand in hand. They're kind of similar. Now, I personally have an uncle who he's type 2 diabetic. Also, he has high blood pressure and high cholesterol. And he actually had to get a kidney transplant. So he has had his new kidney for a year now. And it wasn't easy because eventually, before the kidney, he was on dialysis, meaning he had to leave his home 3 times a week to get hooked up to a machine to help him to be able to live. That's scary. All these medical issues are scary. But not only that, once you become a type 2 diabetic and you don't take your medication, what are the risks for that? Poor eyesight, and some people actually lose their eyesight. Of course, we know we have the weight gain, we have the weight gain in our bellies, we have our clothes not fitting. But the scary part for me, I've seen it, I work in the medical field, is when they have to get their limbs amputated. So you may have one toe on your foot. You may have two fingers missing. You may have this part of your arm gone. All of that is scary. And for some people, it can't be avoided. Or let's say that type 2 diabetes can't be avoided because sometimes things, medical conditions are hereditary. But we can do things to lessen the impact of those medical conditions. And then for those of us who don't have any of these medical conditions prior, that's not hereditary, and our family background is great, is perfect, and we acquire these medical conditions on our own, that's when the problem comes in. Because not only do you have to deal with your cardiovascular issues, your body weight. Now, our clothes aren't fitting. We don't feel comfortable in ourselves anymore. The confidence has lessened. Self-esteem has lessened. Not only that, you have to take medication for all these problems. And if you don't take your medication, your medical issues worsen. But if you do take your medication, that can also lead to kidney damage. So we have all of these issues if we don't combat the junk food, the sugary beverages. Now, the way that we can improve our medical history is to start implementing fruits and vegetables into our diet. More healthy things, lettuce, a bunch of greens. We have broccoli, peas, more fruit, oranges, grapes, strawberries. Consuming more of those things will not only help us to feel better, more productive, more focused, your brain fog is gone. If you had medical conditions, those symptoms are lessening. And sometimes you no more are type 2 diabetic. You may not have high cholesterol anymore. Your eyesight returns. It's all in what we consume, and then how much we consume as well. That's another factor. But I also want to touch bases on the fact that hypertension is one of the number one silent killers here in America. So for those people who have hypertension genetically, they have to watch the junk food. They have to watch the sugary drinks, because if not, blood sugar spikes, which raises your high blood pressure. High blood pressure has long-term effects on your heart. Now you have to have a stent placed in your heart, or you may end up having to get a heart pacemaker, heart surgery, and your heart keeps you alive. So we as people, we have to do better. We have to take care of our heart, number one. Then not only that, our body needs us. We have to live in these bodies until we grow old, until we're elderly. I have almost 2-year-old son. I would love to see my son get married, have children of his own. But if I don't deal with me and my consumption of these things that's not good for my body, it's sad to say I may not. I would love to have all of my limbs. I would love to be at somebody's lounge and I'm dancing and having a good time and I'm healthy. You don't want to. Also, when you have these medical conditions and you're elderly, you put that burden on your family. So not only that, we have to think about long term. So you may be in your 30s, your 20s, and you're drinking everything, and you're eating, and you're feeling good. But in 20 years, what are the consequences going to be? Are you going to be able to walk around like your fellow friends and family? Are you going to be able to see very well? Or you have to take medication? What would be the outcome? And the thing I would say to that is we just have to take better care of ourselves so that we don't have to feel the effects from the sugary beverages, from the junk food. Because we go in the store and we see it, you can't unsee it. It's everywhere. But if we implement more fruit, more vegetables, more healthy things, a little at a time, a day at a time. Don't just lessen it at one time. Don't give our bodies a shock. But if you implement it, in the end, it will pay off. Your body will do you well. It will serve you good, and you will live a long, healthy, happy life. Thank you.